gonna sound distant for this, but hey. Hello, Internet. Move my chair over. There we go. Hello, Internet. This is a little weird because of my setup right now, but hey, it is what it is. I have a Nintendo I bought online. Like, I got it in December, I guess. And I just tested it out to make sure it's all good. And thankfully it is. If my levels are off or anything, let me know. And I got a blinking light win. I almost feel bad because this Nintendo actually works so well that this is almost not necessary. But hey. If it makes it worse, then I'll just put it back the way it was, frankly. But the blinking light win is supposed to basically eliminate all issues of carts not reading correctly. It's a very simple little kit. It's literally just a swap for... There's a little instruction book. And there's the new tray. It's a swap for the game tray, as well as the cartridge connector on the inside and the back there. And it's a pretty dead simple installation. There's the total instructions right there. Nothing special, really. Take the screws out. Of the bottom is the first step. Magnetize my screwdriver real quick so I can do that a little easier. My little container here for my screws. This is a nice little solderless mod that just really can improve quality of life for an NES owner. That's really the entire reason I bought this NES, is so I can throw this in and then do the Ultra HDMI mod. Or sorry, the High Def NES mod. Ultra HDMI is for the N64. But I want to do the High Def NES mod on this as well, which is a much more in-depth mod. That one involves removing a couple of the integrated circuits, the chips on the board, and then soldering in interposers between the chips and the board, so it's a lot more complex. This can pretty much be done with by anybody with a screwdriver. As long as you sort of know what you're doing, as far as, you know. Being careful around electronics and such. This isn't a guide, this is me just doing this mod that I have had sitting around for entirely too long. That's pretty much the RF shielding on the top done. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's screws 8 and 9 for the cart connector. Come on. There we go. I'll put those in a different one. actually certain that they're different, but I will do my best to keep them different. Keep them separated. Okay. Now. Okay. Use the loading tray. Oh, wait. There's two that I missed. And there's one right here for the RF connector. And then... oh, the other one for the RF connector, I believe. Right there. Oh, that's fine. Come on. There we go. All right. Blah, blah, blah. These four back here need to come out. Let's see. That's right. There's two of these that are different from the others, but all the rest of them are the same. So these four that I'll have taken out after I get this last one out are all the same. It's just this one and its counterpart on the opposite side, which are a little different. They're a little bit longer. Serve a purpose, I suppose. Okay, all those are out. These ones can actually be combined. Just for the sake of it. Move the loading tray. Simple as popping it up and wiggling it out. Done. There goes the old boy. Make sure I've cleared the power again. Okay, now I've got to pick this up. Looks like somebody's done some work here. Interesting. And then for the connector on the back, you just sort of pop it right off. Now there's all kinds of tricks to fixing these up and making them work better. You can boil them, you can pick at them with stuff, but this is just a straight up replacement that works. So, at least from all the reviews I've read, it works really well. We're gonna find out. I've actually done one of these before, but then turns out the NES was having other issues, so it didn't really help any. Connector contacts, edge. If I can get into this, jeez. I have to pull my knife out, hold on. I think what I'm going to do is just do the Blinking Light win today, and then I'm going to play some games here in a little bit. Picked up a couple new interesting games I want to play. It comes with a couple stickers. You might win, all that kind of stuff. You can stick on the front. It has nice little this side up indicators, so that's nice. Okay. So, we pop this in, just like this. And I've heard that these are a little tight, but if you can just manage to get them on. There we go. Gotta use a little bit more force than it feels a little uncomfortable, frankly, to do it to install that because you have to use a little bit more force than you would normally think to use. Gotta get this lined up and drop back down into place. Make sure all the cables are out of the way of where the screws have got to go. Make sure everything. There we go. That was the issue. One of the pegs was caught. These little plastic pegs. All right. Make sure that's in there. As good as it's gonna get. All right. Put the new tray where the old one is. sure the PCB fits in the notch. So there's a little notch there that you've got to line it all up in, and then drop it down over. And it just lines up with the screw holes perfectly, which is very nice. They did spend their time making sure that was going to be well made. Should have 2 screws left over. Now, question that I have, do I use the silver or the gold screws? This one had double screws at the back. I don't even see why there were, or where they were. Oh, I bet you. Yep. That was over like that. So I should use the silver ones, I believe, because the gold ones just served to hold these 2 pieces of plastic together. Cool. Yep. Alright, that makes sense. So I will put this onto here, back where it belongs, and the 2 slightly longer silver screws will go in. Back here. It's gonna end up being a much shorter stream than I was expecting. It's only been 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute mod. Can't ask for much more than that. And then after that, as long as the NES is still working, that was probably not a good idea to do that, but that's alright. Get these in here. So I'm going to put this completely back together.
What are you breaking
Make sure
today?
that it's still working. I mean, I don't really need to put the case and everything back together, if I'm honest, but I'm going to anyways, just for the, I don't know, because it just seems like the right thing to do a full test of this.
I can
I
hear
will plug
myself
it
through
back
the
in
screen,
my TV that I've got sitting here. Good.
but it doesn't appear he can hear me.
And pop this back on.
Let's have some fun.
RF shield still fits perfect. Very nice. This is a very well made mod, if nothing else. As far as like retaining
Very well made.
as
I'm
many
sure
original
you're not
pieces
the one
as
that
are
originated
necessary.
it.
And doing it all in such a way that it's basically non-invasive.
Non-invasive? That's basically what I'm doing right now with my comments. I'm sure you'll see them
Oh,
in the
hey,
edit.
somebody's talking to me and I haven't been able to hear them at all.
Damn it, he knows.
Hello, person. Hi, Foo.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. What have you been saying about me while I wasn't listening?
Oh, you'll find out in the edit.
Oh, good. I doubt there'll be an edit, but I might watch it
I
back.
realized rather quickly that your mic was muted and the cord.
Yeah.
Fine. I unpaused, or I unmuted the stream, and I could hear myself, but you had zero reaction to anything I said, and so it just went from there.
Oh, good. Good to hear what you really think of me. Excellent.
Well, I mean, there's something that's a bit rude that started, and I didn't get a chance to land it before you noticed. Don't take it as rough as it sounds initially.
Okay. So I'll
So anyway.
delete the VOD to save my own feelings. Thank you.
No, you should be able to separate that bit of the audio track out.
Oh man.
What you doing?
I'm installing a blinking light win. It's a cart connector replacement for the NES that removes. It's supposed to get rid of the the blinking light that you get whenever the cart isn't seated correctly, and also it's supposed to get rid of the like gray screen that happens and stuff. So I'm gonna check and find out. I tested this NES off stream to make sure that it worked, and it does work, and it also does get the gray screen fairly consistently, unless you. I quickly discovered there's a very particular little wiggle you can do to the cartridge that would seat it correctly. But I'm going to see if I can eliminate that as a thing that needs done. So
basically what you're saying is it's having an issue where the cartridges don't seat correctly, so we're installing a mod that gets or stops it from complaining about that.
Basically. I mean, every NES at this point has this issue. It's just how bad is the issue.
Right. Well, I mean, stuff wears out. How old is this console now? 40 years?
It's wow, yeah. It's 35.
Well, it came out in the 80s, right?
Yeah, like it came out like in 85, so
okay,
it's
so
closing.
35.
Yeah, it's like closing in on 40, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's stuff wears out, and the cartridge collector, frankly, was a shit design because why would you need to push it down and up again? Like, why is that a thing?
Well, true. We didn't really know about anything back then either, so.
Yeah. Well, the entire thing was they didn't want it to be considered a video game console because video games were like an untouchably bad investment ever since the crash because of the Atari crash and everything.
Well, true.
So they wanted it to be
an entertainment system.
An entertainment system, exactly. So that's what they made. And so it was designed to be like a VCR. So you put the tape in and push down like a VCR.
Well, yeah, and that's more of a tactile response that triggers something in the user's brain then.
Yeah, exactly.
But I find it interesting every time video game sales seem to slump or something happens that the industry comes under some sort of scrutiny. The first thing that the major players do is, well, we're not a video game company, we make entertainment systems.
Exactly.
This is for the whole family. You can watch TV with it, you know?
Oh, just stupid TVs deciding to turn off. Yeah, exactly. So it's all about like diversification to a certain point, but also like retain your core audience. Yeah.
I don't really think this is diversification. I think this is just marketing.
Yeah, at this point it was lying to the public.
Yeah.
Which is
now
marketing.
what Microsoft did in Nintendo and Sony back with the Xbox. Well, I guess the 360 started it, but it really wasn't great at it. The One was where it really took hold.
Was the whole this is a box that does everything kind of thing.
Yeah, you put this in your living room, attach it to your TV, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, and that, boy, did that not work out very well for them.
Well, I think it would have worked out perfectly fine if it hadn't come out at the same time as smart TVs that did all that without something else plugged into it.
Well, that's true too.
If you still needed something to access the YouTubes or something like that on your television,
Yeah.
perfect. But when your TV came with that capability out of the box, well, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it, but also, like, the fact that Xbox was pushing it so hard when it was revealed, like, when they revealed the Xbox One, like, that press conference is legendarily bad for Xbox.
True. And I think the problem there is they were kind of turning off their actual core gamer users. Like, well, we don't care about you anymore, this is now for everybody.
Exactly, and that was the big problem, was, like, they focused so hard just in on the video aspect, and they spent, like, 20 minutes talking about, like, football, and it's like, that's great, where are the video games?
Yeah.
And they spent, like, no time talking about video games, and that's one of the reasons where, like, even I couldn't defend Xbox at that point, because I was like, I tried. That was whenever I was doing the podcast with Robbie.
Yeah.
And I did my best, but I was like, there's realistically, like, there's not a lot of great things to say right now, you know.
I think what it was they had a great marketing concept. Instead of just pushing it to video gamers, push it to the whole family, push it to the average casual user.
Yeah, but they did it at the wrong
Try
place.
and push it to the
wrong
normal
time.
guy that likes football without pushing whatever EA Sports' latest title was.
Yeah, but that's the thing
then
you
they
do
went
for
too
commercials at the Super Bowl. That's not what
Yeah.
you do at E3. At
No,
E3,
because E3
that's
is not that market. Now,
Yeah.
I could even imagine if they had come out and said, "Look, this is a do-it-all entertainment system.
yeah,
It's not just for playing video games." But if they'd still have to have this whole section where they talk about, "Here's the new games. Here's what you're here to see."
yeah, and
Now,
that's
we'd like to blow your mind by saying this isn't just for video games anymore. You want to check up on your Twitter, you want to watch YouTube, you want to watch Twitch. This is this is what you need.
yeah.
But they didn't
Yeah.
do that. They went too far into it, honestly.
So the weird thing about this mod is you no longer push, or the nice thing and weird thing is you no longer push down on the games. You just push the games in.
Cool.
So I'm gonna
Is the
get
door
my
still closed?
yes.
Okay.
The door will still close. I need to get my cables in order here. There's the power. We're gonna plug her in. Pop. Here's the controller. We're gonna plug that in. Pop. And here's my RF cables. Gonna plug those in. Pop. Pop. Alright, now I just gotta get a game. And we'll see if this works. Where's that stack of games I just had like 5 minutes ago? It's my office, so probably on the roof.
Yes.
Oh, I actually put them back where they belong. What the hell's wrong with me?
Well, that's why you can't find them.
Exactly.
Obviously.
I put them in my, like, the closet where they came from. Let's see if I can... Nope. There we go. I had to take my headphones off for a second, so if you said anything, I missed it.
I did.
Excellent. So many cables. So poorly
No,
managed.
I started looking up
Still good. Still on there.
Nintendo NES case mods.
Oh, there's some real neat ones out there.
I have this idea that I'd really like to slam a moderately well-performing gaming PC into an old NES.
Well, I've got a couple extra cases sitting around if you want to play with them. Alright, so that's it. You push it in, and then you don't push it down because you can't. So, turn it on, and it works perfectly. That's awesome. I'm going to swivel the camera here. Ah! I'm going to drop the camera here. Because I turned the wrong knob. That's not it.
Here's Zelda.
That's it. Yes, you do. Ta-da! And that's
Hooray.
off, on, off. Pull it out. Now, that's the major downside of this is it really likes to hold on to the cartridges.
Well, that's kind of fine, though, because that's going to solve another problem before it becomes...
Well, yeah, but it's difficult to remove the cartridges now, so you have to, like, really kind of... There you go, there's Blaster Master. First try. Perfect. And apparently once you use it for a little while, it will, like, wear down the contacts a bit, so... Here's Star Soldier, first try. Perfect. Alright. And... Yep. Get it lined up right. There we go. Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2. And they all... Look at that. Play perfect. Oh wait, I wonder if I can do the... Yeah, I'll do a widescreen so you can see it better. I'll use my widescreen camera. Look at that. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. So yeah, that works perfect. I love it. Go back to normal, swivel it back around. Get focused in where it matters. So yeah, that's the only problem is like you kind of gotta really get a hold of the cartridge and yank it out if you can. Which, again, I think the mod kit cost $35, which I think I paid $30 for the NES. So, right now we're at a grand total of $65 invested.
Well, it's not bad at all.
No, considering this is like $140. And that's where the value comes in. Is the high def NES kit. Now, this is my last freestanding one of these. I need to... If I remember correctly, I'm missing a pin. Because the last time I did one of these mod kits, it like flew across the room when I snipped it. Yeah. So, there is the actual HDMI mod part. Mod board. Some ribbon cables. There's my little interposers. But unfortunately, it is. So these are little pins that seat into each other, and you can see these ones line up and these ones don't. So I'm missing one of these. And so that is a problem. I need to figure out what these part numbers are and order a replacement pin. Probably from like Mauser Electronic or something.
It's a shame Radio Shack isn't still in DuBois there. You could go get one, like, now.
Yeah, I know. Well, hell, DuBois isn't even gonna have a GameStop in like a week. So.
Oh, GameStop's going out too.
Yep. That's I stopped by yesterday and picked up 2 games because they were 30% off. Like all of their used games are 30% off right now.
It might be a good time to consider actually doing something.
Yeah, if I hadn't taken on a substantial debt, 2 large substantial debts recently, I would be more inclined to be able to do something.
Fuck it, what's the worst that happens?
A total economic shutdown.
Yeah, but that's not really going to affect you any harder if you own a business versus having the job that you have.
Well, true.
Let's be honest. You work for the education system, you'll be the first cut.
Well, true enough.
Not to mention your IP there.
Which is always the first cut. But I'm,
Exactly.
like, in the middle of, like, the hierarchy now, so at least I won't be the first one cut. I'll be
From
like,
your department.
From
No,
my
but
department,
Your department
yeah.
will be the first cut, so...
I'll probably make it through the first round or 2. But yeah, either way, that is a quick, easy mod. And done. Like I said, I've got, actually, let me dig through these NESs I've got sitting beside me. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna do that and that. Pop these off. There we go. Done. We can watch it spin. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? You get a 360 view of it.
Did the opening, the cartridge open cover.
What was those words? What?
Yeah, I don't. The door that covers where the cartridge goes.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, what happened to the top edge of it there?
Oh, this? It's some kind of a burn. I assume someone
Yeah.
dropped a cigarette on it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the way it came from eBay. So it's
Does it
also
have,
got
like,
DC
initials
carved
in
into
it,
it.
too?
Yeah. And there's a mark over here on the side. So that's why I'm probably going to replace the top case of it. Also,
Yep.
there's like a chip back here that's out.
Yep.
And so I'm probably going to swap it with another top case I've got sitting around here. I've got like a decent one sitting right here, actually. Bastard out. There we go. So I've got like a pretty nice one sitting here that'll probably go on there.
Nice.
And then
You should paint the other one because you'd be able to hide some of the crimes on it.
yeah, probably I'll do. That one will be reserved for whatever ends up happening to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got an NES main board right here. I think this is the one I desoldered like most of the chips from for practice. But this was a long time ago. Yep. So there's like, it's just like got chips floating around and missing and stuff. One of them just fell on the floor. And this was my practice board from a long time ago. Which looking back on it now, I'm like, boy, these parts are probably worth something, but
Well,
I can always try and fix it someday in the future. Who knows?
really only worth whatever value you attach to them.
True. It's more about what the value of the internet attaches to them.
Well,
Here is one I have. Here's one I prepared earlier. This one is the one I had issues with before. Ooh, she's a little dusty. Been a while since I worked on her. But this one has the blinking light win installed in it, just like the one I just did, but it also has the HDMI mod already done on it. Now, the problem with this one is it's not consistent, and I have to figure out why it's being that way. And then I'm just going to, and then this one will get sold as well once I get it. But I want to be 100% satisfied that it works perfectly, you know?
right.
I don't want to be selling bunk, so. But it's just like another one of those things where it's easier to mod something fresh than to go through and figure out what went wrong.
Oh, hey, and I was thinking
So.
about, you said the other day that, you didn't like the idea of sending something and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I think maybe either in that conversation or definitely earlier at one point you mentioned concern that somebody got it, they did something to it, and now they're telling you that it doesn't work. Do you need little stickers that say, like, tamper-proof or something? Because I do things like that.
Yeah. I'm not... I mean, at some point I'd be more interested in having stickers with like a logo on it saying that I did the work. But...
Well, yeah, and that's kind of what it is, and then it's just got a tail or something that you put, like, over a screw or over a case separating point.
Yeah, just like standard tamper-proof things.
Yeah.
It might not be a bad idea. It's something I'd consider.
Okay. Well, let me know if you need to go that route, and we'll start working on something.
I might do that.
You know what you're gonna call this shit anyway.
Was my audio pretty well balanced, by the way?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Hang on a sec.
Because that was really one of my main concerns at the start of this, is I didn't really have...
Yeah, your audio's good.
Okay, good. Because the
Discord's
music...
a little bit low, but that might be me.
Okay. As I say, I think the music's just a little loud compared to everything else, but I'll just drop it down a little. And then...
Like I said, it might just be my side of it. I don't know.
No, it was turned down because of the way I had it set up.
Okay, well now the problem is myself and Lo-Fi are too loud compared to you.
There we go. How about that?
Well, let me see what it sounds like. You're still a little bit quieter than the rest of us now.
Okay.
It was honestly fine the way it was earlier.
Okay, I'll just crank it back down.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't really looking at the microphone while talking before, but now I am, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect right there. Because, honestly, in my opinion, those of us that are popping into the cord should be a little bit less of the focus since you're the host at this, doing the physical things.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now, because I really don't want to get into another into an hour-long mod, or probably a couple-hour-long mod at this point because it's been a while since I've done one.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do that today.
Well, we all have GTA installed.
Well, that's true too. There's always that option. Honestly, I picked up Dragon Quest Builders 2 the other day, and I was thinking about playing some of that.
There you go.
It's not Wednesday, but... Oh, hey. Did I show you my artwork that I got for Christmas?
No.
I'll move these out of the way. There we go. It's It's a tiny artwork, so I put it on a tiny easel.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
I found these easels, like these little, like, they're like $1 or $2 at Walmart.
Yep.
And so, like, every time, like, I just buy them every now and again, and, like, it's, like, the perfect thing for that. There we go. Because I usually use it for displaying, like gaming collectibles and stuff, but this just seemed way more appropriate. Ooh, I need to get that chip. There we go. Thailand. Interesting.
Are there any graphics cards worth buying? And the first sentence in the article is, okay, so...
Yes, but good luck. Is
Yeah,
what
that basically
comes down
makes me
to.
feel great when the article starts with, okay, so basically.
These ones are designed to go on the front of the case so that people know please don't push down on the blinking light win, because that's not how this works.
Yes.
So, I might put those on later, I might not. It depends on how I feel. Alright. What else? I put some paintings on, or no, not paintings, but like stuff on my walls today.
Neat.
I can show that off, I guess.
I've lived in this house for over a year now, and I still have like
Yeah.
maybe 4 things hung on the wall.
And then I put those on the wall.
Nice.
So,
That's really nice. I like your entrance there.
there you go. That's like,
We're gonna have to get you a closet door though.
oh yeah. Well, I've always been like confused by the fact that this is like a weird stepped wall.
I love the way that works with the pictures though. You did
Yeah.
really good there.
It works out really well for that. I'm gonna put one up on top. Or 1 or 2 of them on top as well, because I've got some horizontal ones. And
Yeah.
then I got that one over there. And then for my other walls, I've got some like wall scrolls and shit I'll hang up because I'm a goddamn weeb.
Oh, that's cool though. I dig it.
So I'm gonna pop this back on here. And maybe. There we go. Alright, and then I'm gonna move back to my desk. Oops, wrong one. There we go. The right one. Turn my phone off because that's been my webcam.
I like our new animated stuffs. You've done good.
Well, thank you. That was really trying on this. So. All right.
I'm not live anymore, right?
You are. I'll mute everything real quick and be right back, though.